All right, Adam, thanks for joining us at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Hard-fought battle out there. Just take me through the emotions and how today went for you.
It was probably the hardest round of golf I've played just because of the course conditions. I mean, it was so firm, so fast, and if you got out of position, you had to really think about how you were going to give yourself a chance to make par. And we did great all day. I hit a really poor shot on 10. Other than that, I wouldn't take back any of the shots that we hit. So great day all in all. Unfortunate to come up one short and not get it done in the playoff, but Emiliano hit an amazing shot into 16, so he earned it.
So 7th start here, best finish here, another second place finish runner-up finish this season already. You're trending in the right direction. What do you like about your game right now that win is on the horizon?
I like how I've learned what shots I'm good at and areas I need to improve and stay away from, and I just really play to my strengths, and I generally putt well, and I try and get the ball in play, off the tee, which, if that's a spinny cut, high driver, or if it's a high bomb, just really taking advantage of, what the golf course is giving me. And we did a great job of that this week with how firm and fast, and you had to play a lot of different tee shots. And we did great, and this was my first week with Brett Swedberg and, David Cook, longtime caddy as well, so we're kind of doing more or less a bag share towards the end of the year. So this is our first week with Brett, and David and I put in a lot of work too. So I'm happy for everyone. David's caddying for me again next week at Memorial. So it would have been amazing to be able to get it done, but maybe next time.
Your wife and baby AJ flew in to support you. What did it mean just to have their support today?
It meant everything. I mean, not that I forgot they were here at times, but I was so involved with what was going on and how difficult the course was playing. And I look up and we're already in hole, through the front 9, and then we're on 15. And I look for them, throughout the day, and I knew they were on hole 1 when I teed off. And it's just hard for her to I don't think she walked much of the round, but I saw them, on 18. It would have been one of the best experiences of my life to, make the putt and have, them run out, and it would have been special for us. But, hopefully another time. And I know we can do it. We just need to keep giving ourselves opportunities.
Absolutely. What will you take away from this week moving forward into these upcoming tournaments?
I'll just remember, obviously we got close and know it's coming, and know just to stay patient. And when I get in the situation again, especially if it's a difficult golf course, just to keep taking what the course gives you, stick to your game plan, and know that I'm good enough to win out here. I've proven that, but I just haven't quite gotten it done yet. And any small improvements that I'll take away from this week, I will, and I'll definitely learn a couple things.
Awesome. Any questions? Steven?
Adam, when you made the birdie at number 16, did you have any idea what was going on with Emiliano up at 18?
I did not. When we walked off the tee on 17, I spun my 5-iron up, and I looked right, and someone was in the creek, and I couldn't see who it was. I didn't look too hard. I knew Emiliano was a couple shots ahead, and I had so much to worry about on 17. I was just worried about how I was going to make par, have a chance, and then I hit in the bunker, and then ended up making par. And I didn't know if he was at 8, 9, or 10. I know Brett said he was struggling to make bogey or par on the last hole, and then I hit my drive in the fairway on 18, went up and looked at the leaderboard and saw I was at 8. So I knew a birdie would win it.
Matt?
Thanks.
Adam, that was a really fun final 6, 7 holes to watch as a fan and an observer. Was it fun to play in, or the conditions make it, I don't know, miserable in a way?
It was fun. It wasn't miserable. The course is hard for everybody, but it was pushed to the limits. I don't know. I'm guessing some parts of the greens would die if they were trying to bring them back, but it was such a test. It was fair. There weren't any holes that I guess couldn't birdie, but it really penalized you when you were out of position. That's what a good golf course does.
When did this change? Because the first day you guys were killing it, and then at some point here in the last couple of days, this thing really started to kill you. When do you know about what hole or what day or what moment of the second day or third day this really changed?
You'd have to ask them. I'm guessing it's when they stopped watering. But from Thursday, plug balls, middle of the green from the rough, fine. Friday, still kind of do that. Saturday started to firm up. And then when I stepped on the putting green today, I was like, whoa, this feels like you're walking on concrete.
Okay.
Adam, can you walk us through the second playoff hole, please, from start to finish? The shots you hit, the yardage you had, what you felt.
Yeah, the first playoff hole, 16, when I played it the first time, 73 front, 85 pin. We were trying to hit something around 80, and the wind was more down off the left, and I hit a pretty good 8-iron in regulation, and it hit, I don't know where it landed. You can't find the ball marks out there on the greens. And it rolled down there maybe 7-8 feet, and I tried to hit a really similar shot in the playoff, but the wind was definitely a little stronger, and it felt like it was more down. And I tried to hit a very similar 8-iron, and it took off and just with no spin and just went a mile. I went 197 in the air, and I saw Emiliano, at 4 or 5 feet, and I was talking with Brett. I'm like, if we can just get this somehow relatively close to the hole, make the putt, and make him have to make it. And then I chipped it, and it went up there to about 2 feet. And then he made it, which, he deserved to win, in my opinion, just because, he doubled the last hole. How many times out of 100 is he going to do that? 1, maybe 2? So that would have left a pretty sour taste in his mouth to do that and lose. And then for him to hit the shot on 16 was, he probably deserved it a little more than I did.
It looked like you had a couple of clubs in mind for the chip shot.
I was back in, I thought if I could, I was in actually some green grass, which is not a ton of it out there around that green because everybody walks off that way, so it's all trampled down. I thought if I could come in steep on it with an open face and get the pathway left, I thought I could maybe fly it on the green, but I didn't know if I could stop it. So then I was looking to balance it with a 60 or a sand wedge, a 56. And ultimately, with the downhill slope, I went with the 60 just so I could be a little more aggressive through the thick rough. And it was as close as I hit it. It was probably a 1 out of 30 shot, and it just happened to be, the 1 out of 30, and then he made it. Didn't matter.
One more question, if I could. So at Valspar, you got the tough side of the luck on the last hole. Today, flying the green on 16, what Harry suffered on 18, what Griot suffered on 18. How do you keep your perspective about golf when it can be so incredibly cruel?
It's tough, and I really, like I told Brett, I said, I really shouldn't even be in this playoff right now. He probably should have bogeyed the last hole. Like we said, it's not going to happen very often. And then we had a chance to win, and it didn't happen. Had a putt in the playoff, it didn't happen. But just the perspective I'll take from today, it really stings. It would have been really cool to win with my wife and my son AJ and my mom, my mother and father-in-law. My father was not here. But it just would have been really cool. And looking back on it, it's definitely a missed opportunity. But in the same stroke, I shouldn't have been in the playoff. So fortunate to do that. Fortunate to have a solo second. It's my first playoff loss. Actually, I was 2-0, or 2-0. But it was bound to happen at some point.
Thank you.
And then just last question, what are your thoughts on the renovation that this course is about to undergo? It's currently the longest standing non-major held at this course, and just what you saw this week and kind of what you think this means for the tour moving forward.
To be honest, I don't know much about what they're doing. I saw the little drawn-out map in player dining this morning, and I checked it out for 2 minutes. Yeah. And I don't know exactly what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to keep their bent greens or go to Bermuda, but the place is phenomenal. This is my 6th time here, I think. Always enjoy coming here. It's a direct flight from Evansville, which is where home's at. So I can't wait to come back next year.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.